Welcome to the While We Walk podcast, where I discuss my thoughts for the day. Today is May 2nd. It's Thursday, 2024. It's 11:09 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and everything's cloudy, which is great. It's expected to be around 80 degrees today. Actually, when I stepped out the house, I'm currently wearing shorts and short sleeve. But it was actually kind of nippy because of the wind, and it was like 60 degrees, but it's expected to go as high as 80 degrees today. So I decided to dress appropriately. And the funny thing is, tomorrow it's going to expect it to be around 62 degrees. And what's crazy about this morning is it was as low as 50 degrees. So it's going to be a drastic change in the weather towards the afternoon, which is weird. But I'm not complaining. I'm happy with the 60-degree weather. I've been, although I need to get used to getting this 80-degree weather in. So in terms of my weight, I'm at exactly 185 flat, which is the lowest weight I've been for over 2 years. Being under 2,000 calories is definitely working this week. So I'm going to stick to that for the foreseeable future. I did try out the frozen broccoli florets, and for just 1 cup of it, 85 grams of it, and it was all right. I could basically replace them for potatoes for sure. So that's what's going to be tonight. I'm going to replace them with the frozen broccoli florets, and I think I could actually get them cheaper by buying them fresh by a local grocery store. So going forward, I might just get them fresh. I tried boiling it, but it was a little bit too soggy for my liking. So I actually have like a steamer set where I can steam the broccoli. And so that's what I'm going to give a shot. Even the frozen ones, I want to give steaming a shot instead of boiling them in hot water. So that is the plan of action for tonight. Everything else is pretty much staying the same. I'm actually done with the tangerines that were left in the fridge. And so now I can start eating the blueberries. But I'm going to try something different tomorrow, because tomorrow and Saturday is my off days in terms of my workout. I'm still going to work out, but it's just basically going to be just one set of everything, and that's pretty much it. So because that's my off day, what I intend on doing is definitely going to I'm going to try just doing broccoli all day, but I'm going to first buy it off the store in the morning on Friday after trading. And after that, I'm going to give the fresh broccoli a shot, because I think it's cheaper to buy it fresh than it is frozen, ironically, which is weird. I would think the opposite. But I'm going to give that a try and see how much the pricing is after I cut off the broccoli in 2 florets, and see how much grams that it generates, to see the math behind if it's worth it. I know for a fact that the fresh broccoli is going to taste a lot better than the frozen one, clearly. So I'm going to give that a try tomorrow. And I basically found what I'm going to replace the because I mentioned the beans, but beans has a lot of calories. So if worst comes to worst, I'm going to essentially replace the beans with the broccoli during this cut. Ideally, I want to hold that off as much as possible, because it is extremely satiating, the beans, in the middle of the day. So I may not even ever remove that, but we'll see. But if the cost of eating the beans is cheaper than eating the broccoli, I might just keep the beans, you know. So I mean, that remains to be seen. But right now my weight is dropping. Let me actually look at my Fitbit right now, as a matter of fact. Back up here, and this is gonna be food. Where's the weight? Where is the weight? Yeah, I'm at 185. So since Sunday, I lost 2.3 pounds, and we are definitely down 0.7 pounds for the week. So yeah, we're heading towards the right track. But tomorrow I'm gonna basically try that. Basically only eat broccoli instead of the beans for tomorrow. I'm gonna give it a shot, and if I truly like it and I feel satiated, then, and the pricing is reasonable, I'm gonna eat broccoli pretty much every day. That's the plan of action. I'm going to essentially eat it every single day. Yeah, but yeah, that still remains to be seen whether or not I want to do that. But it looks like I'm heading towards that direction here. Just eating the broccoli and seeing how satiating it is, and just basically replacing it with more blueberries, like basically fruit is going to fill in the gaps. The fruit's going to give me the fiber, and the broccoli is going to give me the the fiber as well. Like I always look searching for good fiber to calorie ratios, and yeah. But what's good about beans too is it has a good source of protein too. So my protein is going to get down to like 180-ish if I were to remove. But then I noticed that broccoli has protein too. So it has a pretty good source of protein. It's basically a 1-to-1 fiber to protein ratio. So if I'm getting 8 grams of fiber on the broccoli at 100 calories, I'm getting 8 grams of protein as well. So I could get the protein from there. So it's not going to be too horrible. I'm still getting the majority of my protein from animal sources, which is the pork loin chops. Right now, I'm prioritizing obviously protein. The next thing I'm prioritizing is fiber. I know that you want to keep it at 30, but during the cut, I could get away with at least 20. So trying to get at least 20. Protein, I've been staying at 200, but I could stay at least my goal weight. But I'm still going to try to keep protein as high as possible, as much as possible. But yeah, that's what the plan is. So I'm going to test it out on Friday, which is tomorrow, which is my 9 training day, and see how that pans out. But yeah, I'm just waiting for the eggs to get eliminated. So I have only 30 eggs left that I'm going to eat. I think I might just eat 6 eggs at a time to get rid of it faster. I mean, we'll see. But yeah, that's the plan of action for Friday, to kind of speed up the weight loss and see how satiated I am. But I'm not hungry at all with the current diet that I'm in. 2000, I had no hunger issues. Everything was going. My energy levels were perfectly fine, so I could sustain this. And I've done it since Sunday. So I've been under there's only one day I was above 2,000 calories, and that was, I think, on a Monday, 2,100 calories. But ever since that day, so every other day was under 2,000 calories, and I was satiated during all those days. So that's something that's very possible in my opinion. I was also looking at protein spared modified fasting as an option, and that's what I'm essentially doing. That's essentially what I'm doing. But I'm still going to eat fruit, and I'm going to try to get in as much fiber as possible. And one day out of the week, what I'll do is, instead of eating the beans, I'll replace them with broccoli as an option. Yeah, that's the plan of action, actually. I'm going to replace them with broccoli for Friday, and then I'm going to go back to the beans, obviously. But I still have some steak left in the fridge, so I'm going to get rid of the steak most likely on Saturday or Sunday. And I have one more chicken left over that I want to get rid of, that I'm going to get rid of either Saturday or Sunday, one of those 2 days. But yeah, after that, after the eggs are gone, pretty much it's going to be broccoli, pork loin chops, fruits, and what else? Fruits, and yeah, that's pretty much, and whey protein shake. That's pretty much the gist of where I'm going to get the vast majority of my calories. I try to do some, I just basically, I preferably want to get all my protein sources from a whole food source instead of whey protein. So I'm going to limit my protein and whey to this, like 2 scoops. That's it. I'm not going to do, that's like 50 grams worth of protein. And I'm always going to do collagen too, because a lot of the workouts require me to basically collagen help. It requires me to strengthen my tendons and ligaments. So I want to make sure that I take collagen, which comes out to like 9 grams of protein. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm really happy that I'm actually progressing in this weight loss. Cutting out oatmeal has definitely helped with that process. I'm thinking because I'm eating a lot less carbohydrates, my weight is dropping at a rapid rate. I find my energy levels are perfectly fine after walks, so I'm definitely not concerned. But I'm almost done with I have 1 onion left. I'm just gonna eat the whole onion today, and I'm gonna try the frozen broccoli florets for dinner, but steam it this time instead of boiling them, and give that a try. It's gonna be interesting to see how much I weigh tomorrow after that meal. If I could get down to, let's say in 2 weeks, after making these adjustments, I'm able to get down to like 180. Oh, that would be really great, actually. That would be really great, but I doubt it. So I'm just gonna do it just one day where I'm just gonna eat the broccoli, just kind of speed up the whole process. And then, what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, I'm just gonna be basically extremely aggressive this month. My month is it's definitely to be pretty much going all in. Oh, I also forgot to mention that I'm currently wearing barefoot sneakers, which is something that I haven't wore for quite a while. So my feet is gonna have a nice little workout because I feel everything on the floor. And going forward, this is what I'm gonna wear. I'm actually considering purchasing another pair of barefoot sneakers, this time an all black pair instead of the gray ones that I'm currently wearing, just to switch things up. But it's interesting to see how everything's gonna pan out. But I do have the strategy aligned. There's really gonna be no fast days. I'm gonna basically just lower the calories one of the days where I'm like severely limiting carbohydrates. So I'm not going to even eat fruit on one of the days out of the week, and those are during my non-trading training days. So yeah, it's basically the most I'll do is 2 of these kind of fasts. Basically what it is try to get all your sources. You know, obviously you don't want to just eat everything in powder form like protein powder, so you want to try to get as much in as lean protein sources as possible. After you get some lean sources of protein, you want to at least put some fiber in that diet, and it's generally done through broccoli is the best way, in my opinion, in terms of how many protein you get, and in terms of how much calorie it is, and the fiber content. So I'm going to get my fiber from during my protein sparing modified fast days, which at most is going to be 2. I'm going to start off with 1 this week, which is Friday. And then going forward, I'm going to do it 3 times. 3 times. I don't know. I forgot what to say, but I'm gonna make sure I get. I even forgot. I'm like blanking out right now. I'm just. But yeah. What else is there? But yeah, man. Definitely I'm on track. If there's no cheat day, I'm on track to definitely lose for this week without question. So it's definitely working. I might not even need to use that day, but I mean, we'll see. But yeah, I mean, this is really nothing special, this diet. I mean, something that's extremely sustainable for the rest of the summer, and I'm not finding any issues right now whatsoever. So in terms of our training, I'm pretty much going back and forth. I'm going to still train no matter what 3 times a week, not more than that for sure, for the planche progressions. I'm actually thinking of kind of amping up my front lever progressions and actually further lowering my planche progressions, because I was just listening to the podcast, and there's a dude that doesn't even train for planche, and he doesn't want to train for planche because there's a lot of people who get, like, especially if you train Maltese and planche, that have tendon, like, muscle tears, and I don't want to I don't want to risk any kind of injury. So but I'm taking the steps by taking some collagen protein powder and warming up, obviously making that a priority because injury prevention is my number one priority, and also drinking a lot of water, making sure everything is hydrated properly. I was like initially drinking like a gallon a day, but I lowered it down to like 96 cups instead of, or 96 ounces, because a gallon is 128 ounces. Basically, the RDA really is like 8 cups a day, which is 64 ounces, but I'm doing like 12 cups a day, which is basically, you know, instead of the normal 8. So that's 96. That comes out to 96 ounces of water. I find that I don't have to leak as much towards the night. So yeah, so I had to make that adjustment because sleep is another one of my priorities. I woke up relatively early today at 5. Tried sleeping again, but I couldn't. But it's okay. Friday, I'm just really looking to Saturday and Sunday, because usually that's when I get my jump start in my sleep, because I don't have any alarm clock set up to wake up at an earlier time. So that's why I like the weekends. Yeah. What else is there? I mean, I'm just really happy that I'm finally seeing some weight loss in a couple of weeks, like just like being at 185. I want to break that 185 mark tonight. I mean tomorrow. See it tomorrow morning. I really would like to see it. And if it is, you know, that's great. If not, we'll see. I'm actually looking forward to the week after too, because the week after is really crucial after another week of this. So I'm going to see. Yeah, but it's definitely gonna. I'm definitely gonna amp up for sure the diet in terms of lowering the calories for one day out of the week for sure. I'm gonna start by doing it on Friday, and then the eggs are gonna be done by next week too. So I'm interested to see how that plays out as well. And yeah, that's gonna be interesting, truly interesting. But yeah, what else is there? I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell in terms of the progressions here. 180, damn. And I did this weight loss the right way. Let me look at my Fitbit one more time, because let me actually go up here. So this week, so on the previous week I was averaging 186.8, and the week before that I was averaging 1.86.5. So yeah, I mean, it was just a 0.3 increase from, and then this week I'm averaging 186.1. So I would love to average next week below 185 for sure, based on how I see this week is progressing. But yeah, I'm definitely speeding it up because it's May. But the fact that I was able to be below 190 essentially since March the 26th, basically I was under 190 all of April. All of April I was under 190, even with cheat meals. So that was actually a huge milestone, being able to stay below 190 throughout this whole time. And yeah, that's been huge actually. And I hope after May is over and sometime in June, I don't go anywhere above 180 at that time, even with cheat meals. And that's what I'm slowly doing here. But yeah, I mean, I'd say the biggest takeaways from this cut is definitely do not drink alcohol the vast majority of the days. I only drink on social occasions, like one day out of the week. And that and tracking the calories were huge. But drinking definitely added a lot of unnecessary calories. And another thing that I came to the conclusion is walking every day was huge. Like I walk literally 2 hours every day. And I even walk inside the house because usually after the 2 hour walk, I'm left with like 5,000 more steps to go above 20,000. So I do the rest of the steps indoors. And that, in my opinion, has been tremendous in keeping this weight off and looking really, really good. I've been actually going really hardcore the first few weeks with 40,000 steps, but I may have to amp it up, actually, believe it or not. Like the last week, I think, like the week coming up to a Memorial Day, where everything opens up, I'm actually going to do a severe, not severe, but I'm going to do protein sparing modified fast for a whole week. Yeah, that's a plan of action. I really, really, really would like to get below 180 by then. And yeah, that's why it just remains to be seen where I'm going to be 2 weeks into this here. Yeah. But yeah, I'll end it here. That's pretty much all that needs to be said. With that being said, thank you so much for listening, and stay tuned for the next episode of While We Walk.